welcome to The Buzz, brought to you by us, The Hive. I'm Buffalo Prime.
And I'm Jace.
And we are gaming news, gaming reviews, opinions, and so much more. We are everything you didn't realize you wanted.
And we're brought to you by N4GTV.
Are you a ball-ass YouTuber?
Nope.
Neither are we, and N4GTV loves us anyway, so make sure to become a partner today. An audio copy of this episode is available in the description section below. Man, we got a lot to talk about today.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Like one thing.
Two things? One? Maybe.
No, a bunch of things, like always. We're going to be bringing you WWE 2K16. We're going to talk about that game.
Ooh, and we're bringing you Five Nights at Freddy's.
And if you guys saw our first episode, you'll remember Fuck Yeah or Fuck Off. It's coming back.
And we're also talking about Assassin's Creed scriptwriter.
So let's dive in. It's Hive time.
There's an ass ton of talk about regarding WWE, and more specifically, 2K's installment of WWE 2K16. Let's start with Hulk Hogan, that freaky ass motherfucker.
Hulk Hogan, for those of you who don't know, is a freaky ass motherfucker.
Freak? What a fucking freak.
If you haven't seen anything lately on the WWE, they've actually cut all ties with Hulk Hogan. Why? Because he was in a sex
fucking
tape.
Freak.
He
what?
Was a fucking freak. He was in a sex tape. Not just that. In the sex tape, he slandered a bunch of racial slurs out of nowhere. Like, not only was he in a sex tape, but then he was incredibly offensive.
And they were all referring to his dick. And we didn't need to know that.
I didn't even know that just now.
So,
So, this next installment of WWE 2K16 will not have Hulk Hogan in it.
Who the fuck is replacing him?
Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Terminator!
I'll be back.
That has been announced. That it will be a character in WWE 2K16. Man, how excited are you for that?
You know what? I might actually pick up a copy of this 2K16. I've never played a 2K game of WWE, so maybe I'll actually fucking play one.
And that kind of just leads into our next segment here. What does WWE 2K need to do to kind of get back on top?
Apparently just add Terminators.
That's all you need to do.
You just need to add a Terminator.
So for those of you out there that are Terminator fans, we expect you to buy the game. Actually, I don't care if you buy the game or not. But let's continue that conversation though. Ways that 2K can get WWE to actually be a viable video game. Let alone one of the best sports games out there.
It is known to have a lot of problems, though.
It
you know, with like kind of like glitchy animations here and there.
Yeah, the presentation's not great.
Right.
You know,
sometimes I feel like those games are just rushed.
Yeah,
sit down, take your time, make the game,
and
put Terminators in them.
That's all you have to do. Now, one of the things that we can give a benefit of the doubt is that this is 2K's third installment of WWE. You know, they just recently came onto the scene. The first game was choppy at best. Second game looked a little bit better, but like Jay said, had some of those animation issues. So we'll see if this third installment's going to be any better than that. Five Nights at Freddy's 4
is now available.
It's now available. They were like, hey, we're going to release it on this date.
So when was the first one released?
Just kidding, here you go.
Because I feel like these games are boom, 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 boom.
First game of Five Nights at Freddy, the original #1 game, was August 8th, 2014.
Wait. Not even a year ago?
Not even a year.
Not even a year ago.
Not even a year. 4 games.
Oh my god. And we're seeing number 4.
Number 4.
You're like taking 2 cows going and then taking your leg and going
yeah, you're just milking all the cows you can. We thought Bungie was bad. We've been criticizing Bungie for milking the cow. This is pretty bad.
This is
granted
terrible.
The games are only $5 instead of $60 and then $100.
So I guess you're milking $20 out of us then.
Would you buy a Five Nights at Freddy PS4?
Probably not.
No, I don't think I would either. Honestly, I gotta say though, thoughts on the entire series itself. Five Nights at Freddy's, pretty fun game to watch people play. I've never played them, but I love watching them play the game.
Doesn't the scare tactics always kind of change as you play, sort of thing?
Yeah, kind of. There's a good amount of strategy to the game. It's not the same jump scares at certain points in time, like Outlast. That's a good example. You always
kind of
know
what I
where
mean,
those
right?
Jump scares are. You're not sure when they're gonna come,
right?
And that's awesome. But 4 games, they all do the same thing. What? That's like if Minecraft came out with 4 games in a year. I love digging on Minecraft.
So kind of leads to my next question. What do you think about horror games in general?
I think Five Nights at Freddy's did do a good job of, like we said, instating a new approach to horror games. So you're looking at different ways to actually scare your viewer and to scare your gamer. Because again, if the jump scares are in the same spot every time, you know how to prepare yourself. The second time you play through Outlast, you know where everything is. It's not as scary. This game is scary every single time you play it.
Like you were saying, those scare tactics kind of change as you play.
It's evolving.
Like, right.
But 4 games in a year, that's not good for the gaming industry, in my opinion. You're not giving your gamers enough time to appreciate your game, and you're rushing productions just so you can rush another game. Make your game better. Make your game longer. Make it so that it can survive a year.
I agree.
That's my little rant. That's my little rant.
you know, he's gonna need time to calm down. So while we wait for him to calm down, we're gonna go on commercial break. Oh, just calm down. Just calm down.
I'm gonna flip everything.
You're watching The Hive, brought to you by the Sega Genesis. What do you mean we don't make games anymore? Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Hi, Buffalo Prime here with the Adopt a Hive Foundation. For only $1, you can adopt a grown man named Jace.
What?
Welcome back, and we're jumping right into a segment called Fuck Yeah or Fuck Off.
What does this segment mean?
I was going to explain it.
I'm sorry.
And then you started interrupting me. I don't like it when you interrupt me. It makes me feel insignificant and insecure, frankly.
You just calm down.
Frankly.
Let's just, all right, I'm sorry.
So Fuck Yeah or Fuck Off, if you've seen our first, you know how it works. Let's jump right in.
Doom devs they want to make the best fucking looking game with 60 frames per second, 1080p.
Finally, I say fuck yeah to this.
Fuck yeah.
We've had the PS4 and the Xbox One and the powerful PC Master Race. I'm sorry, I'll acknowledge that. Video games developers are like, oh my gosh, we can do it 60 frames per second, 1080p. 30 frames per second is fine though.
No, why reach for the sky limit when you can reach for the fucking stars?
Yeah.
Reach for those stars.
That was really powerful. I'm really into what you said.
60 frames per second.
Street Fighter 5 PS4 beta does not let you invite friends or use the share button. Fuck yeah or fuck off.
Fuck off. You know why? Because why wouldn't you want more people to experience this game? And if I want to whoop your ass, I want to invite you to it.
You probably would. I'm not very good at fighting games. But here's another thing too. What's the point of a fighting game if you can't play with your friends?
Right.
Like, do people really have a lot of fun playing randoms online? I guess if you're really good at the game,
unless you just whoop that ass.
Yeah, but I want to whoop my friend's ass.
Right, and I want to invite you so I can whoop you. No, you can.
Xbox One backwards compatibility poses an enormous engineering challenge, according to Microsoft. Some are actually saying that it might not be possible.
So why the fuck would you announce in the first place? Fuck off.
I'd say, yeah.
But did you see those sales? Oh, yeah, Xbox Ones just went whoop over PS4. And all those people who thought they were, going to have those backwards compatibility and sold their 360s, you're about to get smacked in the face.
See, I say fuck off because I don't like this kind of news article coming out saying like, oh, we're starting to, like, it's a pretty big challenge that we're posed with. Hopefully you guys will appreciate it. Microsoft, this would not be the first time Microsoft announces something and then immediately flips their decision on that. Want me to give you a couple examples? I'm going to lay down some examples for you. All right, from Microsoft.
Throw them out there. Just throw them out there.
You always have to be connected to connect. I'm just kidding. Never mind. No. Never mind. It doesn't. You don't have to do that. No. Always online. No. Never mind. We're just kidding. By the way, can't share your games. Digital only. I'm just kidding. No. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Here's this.
Would not be the first time they've gone back on it. I always hate articles that come out like this.
But I kind of
always hate it. Fuck off.
You kind of made a good point. What if they're just trying to get like people to appreciate what they've done? It's like
shut your mouth and do it. It's like Sega apologizing. Just shut your mouth and do something right. So, all right, let's move on, man.
China is set to lift a 15-year ban on video game consoles.
Those guys are going to shit their pants when they've seen, like, the new systems.
Dude.
So, actually, okay, in the context of this story, before we say fuck yeah or fuck off, China only wanted the PS4, the Xbox One, and these main consoles to be sold in their country if it was made in their country. I'm sorry, you guys can develop all these items for other... That's political. Never mind. Yeah. But anyway, China's set to lift that ban, though. I think we're going to see
now I'm going to get my ass whipped by a Chinaman.
By the Chinaman.
By the Chinaman.
By the Chinaman.
Ass whipped by Chinaman.
So I say fuck yeah. I think it's great for gaming. Always looking for more ways to the industry to continue to grow.
And you just, got a bunch of people now.
SportingNews.com reports that Rocket League is revolutionizing the concept of sports video games.
Explain why it's so revolutionary.
Well, the big thing that this article actually stated is that unlike predecessors like NBA Jam and NHL Blitz, or NFL Blitz and NHL Hits and stuff like that, this game is a little bit more balanced. It's a little less childish.
So you're not like versing like, Miami Heat versus...
That's the problem that it has with regular games. Like if you play NBA and you go online, I'm from Detroit. I love Detroit Pistons. We can get our ass kicked by anybody though. So I play somebody that's not as good as I am. They have a better team. They might still win. Rocket League, everything's even.
And everyone's got, you can get cool, different looking cars, but every car's the same.
No power-ups. And they said they're not going to do that. They're not bringing power-ups to the game.
And I agree.
Oh, 100%
Keep it balanced. It's only 5 minutes of intense shit. One car over here, cars over here, balls everywhere. Well, just one, but then they're smashing into each other. And that's just,
you get really excited about ball smashing into you.
I'm just saying. It's...
And another thing is, it's an indie developer, so their servers are obviously not the best, but when their servers are up, no lag. It's very impressive. So let's move right on. Last big news article that we have today. Assassin's Creed writer Corey May has left Ubisoft in order to join a company called Certain Affinity. For those of you who don't know, Certain Affinity does support work for like games like Call of Duty, Halo, Batman. They do DLC, maps, script writing, things like that.
They just help, do all those publishings and make sure everything looks crisp.
So what do you think that means for the future of Assassin's Creed, losing one of the arguably the best script writers in the industry?
You know what? When I was first reading this, I just kind of think like, why is he leaving? Well, mainly if I was doing the same fucking story over again with Assassin's Creed, I would want to, dive into something new.
Absolutely.
So maybe that's what he wants to do. And I think for Assassin's Creed it's like, you're kind of like taking a hit. You're shooting yourself in the foot. You're losing one of your, main script writers. And
how many times can you do the same thing over and over and over again and expect to keep your talent? I'm sorry, like do something else. Like big twist.
And I'm pretty sure that's why he left. It's like
He didn't say that specifically, but I mean, read between the lines.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So what do you think this means for the future of storytelling games for like Call of Duty and Halo and things like that?
I believe you're just adding another stone to this amazing built bridge. You're going to see more intense storytelling, and instead of just buildings falling on you, you're going to have like reasons why it's falling on you. There's a fucking missile and just intense, backstory to this. And
there's missile stories out there.
Yeah,
you got to know where that missile came from.
Right. And this Corey May, he's going to tell you all about it.
This missile 2581B,
just
a long missile.
Built in the 1600s and brought here. And
the last hammer was placed into this magnificent missile by a man.
It has Zeus lightning bolt in it.
And then there'll be a 3-hour spinoff for that guy, right?
Right.
No. But good move for Certain Affinity. Assassin's Creed, I don't know. We're seeing another trail of failures kind of coming out of them. That's unfortunate. That's all the time we got for today for The Buzz. Buffalo Prime signing out along with
Jace.
Make sure to subscribe, like us, do whatever you want to do, man. We can't control you.